Poison is back and better than ever. I just got off a 9-game winning streak going back to a poison deck. Honestly, I was jumping around different decks because I just couldn't find something that worked against the meta. I tried all the popular ones that you would usually use, you know, obviously all the Sylveon ones, even went back to Silvally, but yeah, I couldn't get anything consistent. And then I tried going back into the poison deck and it worked like a charm. So I was thinking like, why did it even work? So what I noticed is that people don't really use Pokemon Center Lady anymore. So if you get them poisoned, they're kind of stuck like that. Second, Guzma is not as popular as it used to be. You will still run into it sometimes, but honestly, it's pretty rare that I run into a Guzma that gets rid of my poison barb. And lastly, obviously Eevee is very meta right now, and at 60 HP it's pretty squishy, so if you do get that perfect hand right away, you will knock out that Eevee with a Naganadel and the Jellyfish. So today I'm gonna go over 4 battles I went through in Master Ball. The first one I'll be showing is a match against a Garchomp deck. The second one will be a matchup against your typical Sylveon, Greninja, Giratina deck, and then I'll go through a Silvally or a Choreo deck, and then lastly I'll show a mirror match which ends with a really funny grindcore battle. So I hope you enjoy these battles in the commentary. Let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, so this matchup went by pretty quick, so we'll check out what happens. I think I pretty much got the perfect hand. So we do go first, which is not ideal for this deck. We do get the great hand with Naganadel and Poi Poi. And this we'll probably get the seed, knocking out an Eevee early, we'll see. So I'm probably gonna try to draw out my hand so he doesn't Mars me. That's always scary. If the other person kind of knows what you're trying to do, they'll probably think you do have the Naganadel set up. So hopefully we'll get down to 3 cards. What it looks like we will be able to. So the chances of him giving us a Mars or a red card is pretty slim. He could still do it, but he probably won't. Now I'll probably move the Celesteela up. I think it's very important to have the Celesteela, having 2 Celesteelas in your deck. If you don't have it in your out on the field, it honestly gets really annoying because you can't switch around and you're kind of stuck and you don't have any X speeds or leaves. So making sure you have a Celesteela out there is so important, just so you have the flexibility. I don't know about you guys, but lately when I've been facing Garchomp decks, like, they get their Garchomps out so quick. And when I try to run Garchomp, it just never works. Alright, so here, it's perfect situation. We have 2 Jellyfish out. This will be a quick KO on the Eevee. This is like the perfect situation you can get with this deck. It doesn't happen too often, but it's honestly, it's such a free win. And now we're gonna Mars him just for, you know, overkill. Getting a 6 down to 3. This will kill his Eevee with the poison. Yeah, that 30 chip damage is crazy. Even 20, if you only have 1 Jellyfish out, like, it's still really good. At this point, he's so in trouble. There's not too many things that he could do to honestly win this. Yeah, he's not even Garchomped out, so that's about it. So this is just pretty much an example of you getting the perfect hand and winning it. So yeah, let's go on to the next battle. Alright, so this one is against the Silvally electric deck. We do get second turn, which is really good for us. And again, getting a pretty good first hand. This is the one time I don't like going second, just because I can't evolve and go with the 1 energy with the Naganadel. But it's still better than getting first turn and not having what you want. So our matchup against Oricorio is pretty good with poison, to be honest. Most EX decks struggle against Oricorio for obvious reasons, but with the poison deck you have a lot of outs to kill the bird. So we have a lot of stuff to thin out our deck so he doesn't red card us or Mars us from a Naganadel. Let's see if I play the research. I might or may not. I feel like I might not here. We'll see what I do. I think I'm thinking. Yeah, so I really just don't want him to get rid of my Naganadel at this point. So we'll keep that research into our hand. I've still seen some people that red card Mars me when I only have 3 cards because they're so sure of it. They're honestly just such gamblers, and I guess they like really had the read on it, or they just felt like, I don't know. Like, I think it's just crazy to pull that. So good thing here, he didn't have the Dawn into his Savali. That would have sucked. The crappy part about Naganadel is the 100 HP. Like, a part of me wants to try to fit in a cape, but there's just not enough room in this deck, to be honest. But I always feel like a cape would be so good on the Naganadel just so it could survive an extra hit. Because Savali is pretty meta, and I just get one shot, so pretty much I'm just there to get that poison on the Savali. And at this point, I feel like I'm definitely gonna be trying to draw as many cards to find my Lusamine for my Guzzlord. That's usually your play. Try to get 2 energies into your discard pile, so you could get your Lusamine. Not too sure, but yeah, you do want to make sure you get 2 poison energy in your discard pile for your Guzzlord, and make sure that you actually find that Lusamine into your deck. I don't know why this guy's thinking so hard. He's probably thinking if he should retreat, but he should go for the KO, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know any other move he should pull, to be honest. Unless, if he has a Dawn, then he could have done something, but I guess he does not. Let's see what we do here. I might... Oh, we do have already 1 entry on the Nihilego, so we should be able to get that KO here. Oh, that's so good. I wonder if I'm gonna stall with the Celesteela or not. I think I'm thinking. If I were to play this right now, I would probably stall with the Celesteela. Yeah, it looks like I'm thinking about it, and it looks like I'm probably gonna do it. Yeah, this is a smart move. The Savali will die from the 30 poison, so there's no point in letting him attack my Nihilego for a free 50 with a 0 aura. And I do have the poison barb on the Celesteela, so if he attacks me, he gets poison, and it'll be hit for 30. At this point, I'm still kind of nervous because I don't have the Lusamine. Without the Lusamine, like, it's just so slow to get that Guzzlord. Ooh, that was a really good Sabrina. Here I put in the non-energy Nihilego, just because the one with the 1 energy is just more important to me, of course. And there's the support card we were looking for. That was a great Sabrina, by the way. Yeah, that double poison just does so much damage. Chipping away at 30 on each person's turn is crazy. Especially if they don't have Pokemon Center Lady, which, you know what, sometimes the Savali decks will run it. That's probably more common between where you would see the Pokemon Center Lady still during Eevee Grove. Ooh, that's a really good Cyrus. Now he's gonna get 2 points, or get up to 2 prize points now. It sucks because he won't even die from the poison. Now probably just kind of stalling with the Celesteela. Thankfully he didn't end up redding or Marsing our Lusamine, so we'll be able to get that 2 energy on our Guzzlord. Or I don't even know if I have 2 on the Guzzlord right now. I'm not too sure if I have 2 in the discard pile. But even just getting the 1, yeah, it worked out fine for me. Oh, he just ended up conceding once he saw that I was able to get to my 4. But yeah, that was a decent battle against a pretty meta deck. Let's go on to the next. So this duel is against the most meta deck in Eevee Grove, which is the Sylveon, Giratina, and Greninja deck. We got a pretty bad first turn here. And not seeing the Celesteela is always pretty much a bummer, especially if you start with Nihilego. That's the one downside of this deck, like the consistency. Obviously we don't have that much draw because we don't have Sylveon. So sometimes you do brick, which is unfortunate, but yeah, this deck's been working really well for me lately. Seeing that Celesteela is great. Hopefully we get this Pokeball, hopefully we get a Poi Poi. Let's go Poi Poi, yeah, Poi Pole. Nice. So this is pretty much the best thing that could happen if you get first turn. Only issue is I wasn't able to use up enough of my cards, so I might get Mars tier just because I have 4 cards. Let's see if he pulls a Mars or a red card. Yep, I got red carded. Honestly, like I kind of saw that coming. That's a good red card for him. And we still get the Naganadel. That's crazy. Oh, poor guy. So it looks like I'm gonna get an early KO on the Eevee, which is what I kind of said in the intro. Like this is one of the best parts about this deck, like solidifying that early KO and getting rid of like a possible Sylveon so he doesn't get as much draw. And we get double poison. Really good start. So this will be an instant KO on the Eevee. We do have the Guzzlord on the bench waiting. So now it's just about waiting to get that Lusamine out. Unfortunately, he is drawing a lot of Psychic Energy for his Giratina. That's always pretty rough to see when you're facing this deck. But if anything, the good part is he won't be able to get energy on his Greninja to attack, so he's just pretty much going to be Water Shurikening and just only being able to do that. Looks like he's trying to get rid of my Poison Boys. And his Giratina is pretty much ready to go, and he could attack us on the next turn if he ends up retreating. And that's the support card we want to see. This is good for us. The great part about this deck is that they usually have to go through 3 different Pokemon. A lot of decks, usually you'll see that they only have to kill 2 Pokemon because of the EX, but if you play this right, you're usually gonna get your goal is to get them to kill 2 basics, 2 non-EX, and then your Guzzlord is the final one. So they do have to go through a lot of people to win the game. Now he's slowly chipping away at that jellyfish with only 30. It's a bit of a concern. So now we have a spot for our Guzzlord, so we could start powering him up. I think right now I'm probably thinking about the math of how long could my Nihilego last. He'll be able to last 2 turns from the Shurikens. I'm not too... I think... What am I doing here? I think I'm thinking about trying to get rid of that... Yeah, the discard. So I'm probably gonna put that jellyfish with 1 energy. Or you know what? I think I'm thinking of the math. If I hit him, yeah, right now it's just like totally stressing out of like what the best move is to be. And I think it was better because of the type advantage. So this is gonna do a lot of damage to the Giratina, and he's just under pressure. If I hit him with this, will be 50, and then he'll take 80 damage. So pretty much the Giratina is like almost dead. So with that extra weakness, it just did so much. And now he can't even attack unless he has, no, he can't even use Arita. He doesn't have a blue water energy. So I think at this point it's pretty much over. I don't know what else he could do. He's pretty much just kind of stalling out, but his Giratina is like so close to dying. Yeah, he doesn't know who to attack anymore. Yeah, it's looking like I don't think he has any outs for this. Even if he has a Cyrus, the Guzzlord's not weak enough. I think maybe he was waiting if he had an Irida. I've noticed a lot of people aren't running Irida with the Giratina deck anymore, but maybe he was waiting for that because he's going to have a water energy up next, so... Yeah, the Irida would be the only way he could maybe win. It's not looking like he has it. Putting out that Froakie's not a good idea. And he conceded. So I guess he didn't have the Irida to try to draw out the game a little longer. Let's go on to the last battle. So this one's gonna be a mirror match against another poison deck. Honestly, I haven't gone against too many poison decks in Master Ball, but maybe people are starting to catch on that it's pretty good in this meta. But yeah, the ending of this battle is insane. I've never seen so many grindcores. When we get there, we get there. Let's just go through the battle right now. So we get first turn. And it's looking okay. We do have the Poipole and we have a Nihilego. So we're just kind of waiting to get our Naganadel. Yeah, hopefully we get a Professor's Research or the actual Naganadel on our next turn. And hope that he doesn't get one too. He's probably going to put his Celesteela out as the wall. It's honestly so hard to play against a Celesteela with the Poison Barb. So we don't get our Naganadel, so... Yeah, I think we're pretty much going to be mirroring what he's doing, which is the right move. Start powering up the Guzzlord. Especially because we just don't have enough, it's not worth it to hit that Celesteela with the poison until maybe we can knock him out with one hit. So right now we're just trading energy onto our Guzzlords. Let's see, why is he thinking a little longer here? Maybe he got his Naganadel on this turn. Man, I want the Gold Crown Pokeball so bad. I've been trying to open up the Shining Revelry packs again, but it's just no luck. Or at least get me a full art red, like, honestly. So putting an energy on his Jellyfish is kind of interesting. I wonder why he didn't go for putting that third energy on the Guzzlord. Because now he's kind of behind on his energy on his Guzzlord. He must have some plan, or it was just a misplay, I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure on the... Ooh, he got Naganadel out. Let's see what he does with that. But my Guzzlord's like ready to go. So let's see if I go for that knockout on that Celesteela. I think I do want to do it just so I could get that prize point advantage on him. Because the thing is, I could just go back to my Celesteela. But tanking that 120 from the Guzzlord will suck. So I wonder if that was the best play. I'm not too sure. We'll see how it plays out. Like, maybe I should have waited for him to try to knock out my Celesteela first so I could get the 120 first out. It does suck that I didn't have my Naganadel ready, you know? This guy's running a Guzma. That sucks. Don't mind the red card too much. This is honestly a better hand. So now we definitely have to retreat. And we get our Naganadel. That's so good for us. Oof, we drew into the perfect card. And now at this point, we're kind of praying that he does not have a Cyrus. Because we lose the match at that point. He could bring in his Guzzlord right here to knock out my Naganadel with one hit. I think that might be the best move for him right now. Oh, he doesn't have a... I forgot his Celesteela is dead. He could have put 2 energy out though. So I think I'm gonna put out the Celesteela and let him just die to poison. Yeah, this entire time I'm just hoping he's not gonna hit his Cyrus. That's all you could do at this point. It is great though that he doesn't have a single point. So right now we just have to kill one guy. I don't know why he put his Nihilego out. Maybe he was just trying to generate energy in his discard pile, probably, most likely, yeah. That's probably why. Yeah. So he got rid of that that energy on his Nihilego so he could go in discard pile so he could use the Lucamine on his backup Guzzlord. So now it's looking like we're in a lot of trouble. He has 2 Guzzlords out that have Tyrannical Hole ready to go. The only good part is he only has 1 point, so right now I'm just trying to use up who I have and try to weaken his Guzzlord so that he gets down to 120. It does suck though, because after this Electro House, he could just retreat into his other Guzzlord, but it's the only thing we could do right now, to be honest. It would have been a little too risky to try to put out the Guzzlord and try to grindcore him down, just because if it didn't fail, if I didn't hit a good grindcore, then I'm just dead because I only have 90 HP. So he's probably gonna retreat here. Yep, he retreats into his other Guzzlord. So now my only play is to pray that my grindcore hits and hits enough, because hitting just for one isn't enough. We're gonna have to get minimum 2 heads. Right here at this play, I actually should have Marsed. I wasn't thinking about him. I thought the game was already over. I should have Marsed to stop him getting a Lusamine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big grindcore. Oh my goodness. But unfortunately, he's about to hit me with a card I was not thinking about at all. The second Lusamine. That's why I should have Mars to possibly stop that, but it's okay. So he grindcored me, and of course he hits 2, which sucks. But it's okay, because I wasn't able to one-hit him anyway, so we're gonna have to grindcore him anyways. So now what we're hoping for is just 1. We have to hit a grindcore and just get 1. And now I end up using my Mars just because I might as well, right? Get him down to 1 card. So now we're just praying that we hit a 1 head. Honestly, getting 5 heads before, like, I was just like, oh man, what are the chances? And I get that 1. I get that lucky 1 heads. And now all he could hope for is that his grindcore also hits. And let's see if he does. And he does hit 1. He hits 2. He hit 2. But I have a Lusamine. Lusamine, oh my goodness. Like, he probably hated that. It's crazy. Yeah, I can't. The ending of this one was freaking crazy. Like, I can't believe there's 4 straight grindcores that worked. 2 Lusamines that ended up playing. But yeah, no, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay with the poison deck. If you're trying to grind in Master Ball or trying to get to Master Ball, I think you should definitely try this deck out. It's definitely working for the reasons I talked about in the beginning. And yeah, good luck with your games. Take care.